there everybody, Jus4SweetZ here. Right now I am going to make a avocado pico de gallo / salsa for my pork enchiladas tonight. And I did a video on the pork enchiladas, and this is a good one to go with it. What I have here is I have 2 ripe avocados that need to be used up, 2 tomatoes left that need to be used. I have a red onion, I have 1 fresh jalapeno, and I have some extra just in case I need it. I have some limes, some fresh cilantro, some fresh garlic, some sea salt, some pepper, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to get this started. This is going to go really well inside of those shredded pork tacos. So what I'm going to start with is I'm going to start with my tomatoes, and I'm going to give these a quick rinse. This is the end of my tomatoes. These have done a lot of meals for me, so I'm going to have to go get some more of these. I kind of go ahead and I core these. And I have a little plastic bag here that I'm going to stick all the stuff on. Okay, so what I'm going to do with these is I don't want these too finely chopped, but I also don't want them super big either. So I'm going to kind of take some of this white part out, some of the slime. People tend to have texture issues with tomatoes. I love tomatoes, but they have to be in something. I don't like to just sit and eat them, but if they're in something, I'll eat them. Or like on a burger, I like them too. Okay, so you can see how I am dicing these up. Take some of that white out. Now I'm not making a huge amount. This is kind of a, just a quick little meal that I'm making tonight, and the salsa is actually part of the Food 911 I have. I just have some things that I need to use up, and these would go perfect with my shredded pork enchiladas tonight. So go ahead and chop those all up. You can see that it's not super fine, but I don't want them big and chunky either. You kind of just want them at a nice little dice. Okay. Because I don't want it to be like you have big chunks of tomatoes that you're throwing on your enchiladas. I want it to be between a salsa and a pico de gallo. So I think that that's pretty good. All right. I mean, I have my chopper next to me. If I wanted to cut them a little bit smaller, you could. But I'm just going to give them a dice. So put those in the bowl. Go ahead and let's dice this second one up. Going into the season of yummy fruits and vegetables. Now, I do not have a green thumb. I am terrible in the garden. I have tried to plant everything from zucchini to tomatoes to jalapeno peppers, and I kill everything. So that is one thing I do not have as a green thumb. So I have to depend on other people for that kind of stuff. So I know Linda's got a garden, and I can't wait to see her fresh stuff come out, and I hope she shares, because I would love that. I love to make like zucchini bread, and I even make zucchini cake or zucchini muffins. Fresh zucchini sauteed in a pan with some fresh garlic, some olive oil. Okay, we've got those diced, chopped. Let's do this last side, and then we're going to move on. I know the boring part is cutting the vegetables, but really, if you think about it, it doesn't take that long. And I would much rather make my own than buy stuff, you know, out of a jar. I'm not big on the jarred stuff. So I come from a family of people who cook, and it's really hard to eat jarred stuff after people cook for you. My sister was here living with me for a while, and she likes to make like fresh salsas and stuff, and she does a really good job. And I eat those, and I cannot go back to the jarred stuff. That's an emergency only thing. Okay, so let's avoid crying for a minute. Let's go ahead and I already rinsed this jalapeno. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna slice it open, and I'm going to go ahead and we're gonna de-seed this. Just use your knife and kind of just pull that out. The seeds make them make them spicier, so you wanna take that part out. Put that in there. And a word to the wise, one time I attempted to make jelly, another thing I do not know how to make, that Linda is very good at. And I attempted to make jelly, and I'll tell you what, I ended up severely burning. Well, it didn't burn my skin, but it did. It burned my pores. And then I thought, oh, well, I'll put lotion on it to make it feel better, and put lotion on my hands, and it just made it worse because there's oil in jalapenos. And the oil just seeped into my skin. It was terrible. I had to sleep in a bowl, 2 bowls of ice water on the living room floor. It was probably really funny to look at. So here I use my food chopper, and I just kind of chop that up real fine. We're going to throw that in there. I think 1 will be enough with the 2 tomatoes. Okay, so now I'm going to do some fresh garlic, and I have this bag that's already rinsed and peeled, and I like to take the little ends off of them. I don't like those little ends, even if they get chopped up, I don't like them in there. And I think I'm going to use about 3 cloves. So, got that. Let's use our handy dandy chopper. Looks good. This makes everything so much easier. Kind of use your knife and go along inside. I wish I had one of those scoopers like Linda's Pantry has, where she scoops up all her vegetables. I do not have one. I don't even know where to get one. But I'd love to have one. It would make this job a lot easier. Alright, so let's go ahead and attach this again. And next we are going to do our red onion. And actually I do this the cheater's way. I don't peel it, and I just slice some onion up, take the edge off, kind of go, cut it into 4s, do them in half. Put the chopper over it and chop away and let it do the job. Now, if you have a food processor, you could use a food processor too. It's no different. I'm just using my hand with this one. And I basically just took 1 thick slice of red onion and chopped it up. I think that's all I'm going to use. Because we're just making a small batch. Next, we are going to do our cilantro, and I already rinsed this. And we're going to kind of just roll it like Linda's Pantry does, do her little cilantro trick. I love her cilantro trick. It really helps. And I'm just going to kind of slice this up real thin. Cilantro has such a fabulous smell. Kind of citrusy and, has just as good of a taste. Don't want the stem in there, so let's get that out of there. Okay, let's go ahead and throw that in. And that was just a little handful. There's probably about, I don't know, 2 tablespoons in there, and I think I might even add a little bit extra because I think cilantro is what makes this whole thing. My eyes are starting to water now from the onions. They're catching up on me. Okay, got that cilantro. Let's throw that in there. Next, we're going to use our avocados. Now, this is what I do. They're a little bit mushy, so they're kind of overripe, but they're going to be okay. I slice them in half, and then I go through with my knife, and I just make little strips, and then I cube it this way, and your cubes are all done. I'm going to take a large kitchen spoon and just kind of scoop that in there, and then it's all cleaned out. You can see that. It's all empty. And then we're going to get that seed out. I just hit a knife through it, put it over there. Do the same thing with this one. That little bit of brown is not going to hurt you. It's just a really ripe avocado. And we're eating this tonight, so I'm not worried about it going bad or anything. Let's do the second one. This is going to be so good on top of those enchiladas, I'm telling you. Be good just to serve it with tortilla chips, too. Okay, go ahead and scoop that one out. Got a little bit of the end in there. Let's get that out. That won't taste very good. This one doesn't want to come out with the knife, so I'm just going to pop it out. All right, let's slice it and dice it. Ooh, my eyes are really watering from the onion. Must be a strong one. Just make that pico de gallo even better. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of mix all this around. Look at how beautiful all the color is. Okay, we are done chopping. So I want you to see the color in this. See how pretty it is? Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and sprinkle some sea salt on there. Ooh, my eyes are really watering now. We're going to sprinkle some sea salt on there. And a little bit of black pepper. Make sure my lid isn't broken. Put that on there. Next, we are going to, hold on one second, I gotta wipe my eyeballs. If you saw me now, you'd think I was watching a sad movie or something. Okay, so I'm gonna take one lime, and I'm gonna go ahead and cut it in half. So you can see that I cut it straight in half. And I'm gonna go ahead and hold my hand over it and squeeze that lime juice over the salsa. And I'm doing this in case any little seeds come out, so I can catch them and they don't go into our food. And I'm going to use the juice of a whole lime. Now I use this for a couple different reasons. First of all, I use it for the lime flavor, because lime flavor is fabulous, especially in this pico de gallo. And the second reason I use it is because it's going to help those avocados, the acid in the lime is going to help those avocados not brown so fast. It's the same as like using lemon juice on an apple. So we've squeezed both limes. If you have a juicer, feel free to use your little, you know, citrus squeezer or whatever. I don't have one. My daughter played with it and it's gone. So I'm just using this. But wow, this smells super good. Look at the colors in that. Doesn't it look summery and pretty? This is perfect for your Memorial Day weekend. Make a big batch of this and take it with some tortilla chips. You know, grill some chicken or some pork on the grill and make tacos with it. Yum. Okay, I'm going to show you what this looks like. So you can see all the beautiful colors, the tomatoes, the cilantro. We've got the red onion, the jalapeno, the fresh garlic. We have a big chunk of red onion right there. You know, the avocado lime juice, salt and pepper. And I'm going to take a little taste and make sure it doesn't need any more salt or pepper. See how the lime juice balances with everything. Make sure we get a little bit of everything in here. Perfect. Perfect. Really, really good. I could just sit and eat a bowl of this. I don't even need anything to go with it. Gotta get a new spoon though. I will tell you that the jalapeno has a little bit of kick to it. So I picked out a spicy one. But we're gonna love it on top of these enchiladas tonight. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take it out of my mixing bowl here and I'm gonna put it in a nice pretty little serving dish. So that when my family gets home, because I have to work late, they can just take everything out, stick the enchiladas in the oven, get out the sour cream, and get out their pico de gallo to put on top of their yummy dinner. Didn't take very long at all. And if you go back and you watch my enchilada video, you'll see that those were like a snap. They took like 15 minutes tops. And then you put them in the oven. You're going to bake those enchiladas, and I think I forgot to say this. You're going to bake those enchiladas for about, 25 minutes on 375, and they are going to be perfect. You could bake them at 30 minutes if you want, but I think 20 minutes at 375 is perfect. But I hope you try this out. This is a wonderful, 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 yummy pico de gallo with avocados and tomatoes. If you want to add a little sweetness to it, feel free to throw a little bit of mango in there with it, and that'll give it a little bit of a sweet hot and balance it out. And that will go really well with the pork as well. So anyway, if you have any comments or questions, feel free to leave them. If you like this video, please push the like button. I always love to see that. And if you're not a subscriber, I love to see new subscribers and get feedback from everyone. So I hope you have a wonderful day, and I have some fun recipes coming for this summer, so make sure you tune in, and we'll be seeing you. Have a great day.